Hi, and welcome to Reality Check. I'm your host, Lou Meyer, and I'm fortunate to have this week Joseph Cornell, who's the founder of the Sharing Nature Foundation. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Lou.
This is a pleasure. And for folks that don't know Joseph, he lives up in Ananda. He has a zillion great books about the environment out, which I'll show you later. And we're celebrating this year the 30th anniversary of Sharing Nature with Children. Were you an environmentalist when you were a kid, or did you come into this in later life, or what?
Well, actually, I grew up really close to Nevada City, and my grandmother was put in the nunnery in Grass Valley during the gold rush. So I come from way back, and had family board in Forbstown before the gold rush. And I grew up in the valley in Yuba City, and the snow geese would just fly through the fog, and I was so thrilled seeing them. And then I'd ride my bicycle out to Gray Lodge, and one day I saw 250,000 snow geese come up out of the ground at once. That's what the biologist said there were. And so I always had a real love for nature from the beginning.
A lot of your, sharing nature with children, they're all exercises that you can do with kids in nature and help them to gain awareness and feel comfortable out there. How did you come up with the idea to start a project with a whole bunch of different exercises for children?
Well, I wanted people to have a deep experience of nature, not just to learn about nature and just the information. Most books when I wrote Sharing Nature were called Teaching Nature, but the instructor gets between the child and nature. I always felt that nature should be the teacher in the experiences. So there was a movement of experiential education during that time, and I learned from it, and then I started creating my own activities. And those activities now are just used all over the world.
It's amazing. Well, I know that your book is translated into over 20 languages. So, what was my, so the 30th anniversary Sharing Nature, you're having a conference in May on this.
Yes, at Nanda Village we'll be having Sharing Nature leaders from all around the world and the general public and enthusiasts. And we have a group in Japan of 11,000 adult Sharing Nature leaders. And
11,000?
11,000. And they've just permeated the whole Japanese society with it, but also a large group in Brazil and in other Latin American countries and Europe. And so we'll be having those leaders come, and also the general public coming to a week-long conference in May. At Ananda's Expanding Light.
Tell folks a little bit about the flow learning.
Okay. But we all have preoccupations, restlessness, where we really don't tune into nature that much because we're so busy with everything else. Even there's a story of Henry David Thoreau where he started walking out of the village of Concord, and he got a mile out into the forest and he realized that his mind was on his pencil business. So he turned around and walked back and started his walk anew. And this gives people a chance to have a more vibrant relationship, experience of nature. And it has 4 stages, and it's based on how people learn. The first stage is awaken enthusiasm, and it helps people to be enthusiastic and be participating. If we're participating, we get more out of the experience. It also raises people's energy level. Awareness depends on how much energy we have and how that energy is focused. And so these games invite everybody to participate, and whether adults or children. And also it elicits a sense of play. And Henry David Thoreau said that the secret to knowing nature and God, he said, was to have a sense of self-forgetfulness. Well, through play, we become totally focused in what we're doing, and we aren't thinking about ourselves. There's a fun comment by Mark Twain. They said, would you like to go on holiday to him? He said, sure, if I didn't have to take that fellow Mark Twain with me. And so the people just get absorbed through play, and then it leads into a higher form of joy. A sense of joy is one of the tenets really for sharing nature leaders, and it goes from more the fun, the gaiety of, and more the social sense of having fun and learning about nature in experiential ways, to the joy of self-expansion, of just being quiet and feeling a sense of connection and belonging with nature. And that only comes when we're more receptive and quiet. And it just naturally leads, we have real practical activities that take people step by step, so it's very gentle, but then they become more, they start receiving things from nature and they go, gee, I would like to follow that. And you keep offering them experiences that just takes them more and more. And I was even on a playground in Watts, and I had 60 children come out of the classroom, and you know they have the big desert races down there, and the boys come running out of the classroom on imaginary motorcycles, running like this, running out towards me, and I had the curriculum specialist waiting to see this great nature experience. And I was kind of wondering how I was going to do that, but we took them through this process of real engaging games that involved the children, and you know, kind of quiet, and they had an experience that was where they were absorbed in nature. And then at the very end, we did this real beautiful exercise called Birds of the Air, where the children make these motions, and they sing, the birds of the air are my brothers, all flowers my sisters, the trees are my friends, all living creatures, mountains and streams I take unto my care, for this green earth is our mother, hidden in the sky is the spirit above. I share one life with all who are here. To everyone I give my love. To everyone I give my love. And you know, the curriculum specialist said she was watching the children, and she saw only 2 of the children not doing that at the very end. Wow. And it's because it just worked with human nature and gave them experiences, and we all want that kind of contact. It's just whether it's really offered to us in a way that we can readily accept, and you know, kind of forget about the sort of the restlessness that we have.